Kilgore. And again, coming to you at historic Driller Park in Kilgore. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. Kilgore comes in with a record of 16-8-1, and they are in third place in District 17-4A with a record of 8-4. Todd House leads off. He's going to be pitching tonight for the Kilgore Bulldogs. Tanner Beats will be at second base. Tate Truman at third. Colt Bullard at first. Kason Edney will be in left field. Jordan Pierce in center. Joseph Hendrickson will be behind the plate. Colton Hale at shortstop. And Kason Brooks will be in right field. So again, it's House, Beats, and Truman, the top third of the order for the Kilgore Bulldogs. Bullard, Edney, and Pierce, the middle third. Hendrickson, Hale, and Brooks, the bottom third for Kilgore. Once again, there are 16 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie for the year. And in district play, they are 8-4. This is district game number 13 out of a 15-game schedule. So all the district teams will have only 2 games remaining in district play after tonight. And Kilgore, again, 8-4, 2 games behind the Carthage Bulldogs. All right, here's the lineup for Carthage. Leading off is the DH, Sam Watson. Brooks Soap in the 2-hole. He's behind the plate. Dylan Davenport hits third. He is the shortstop. Cade Moore is the cleanup hitter at first base. Cale Preston in the 5-hole. He's in left field. Ty Chambers in center field tonight. Carson Crawford in his usual spot at third base. Maddox Martinez will be at second base in the 8-hole. Caden Ritter will bat ninth, and he'll play right field. Matthew Smith, the senior right-hander, will be on the mound for the Carthage Bulldogs. Let's go over I tell you what, let's take a break right now, and we'll come back hopefully about the time they're going to have the anthem and the introduction of the starters. Let's take a 2-minute break.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked number 1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website pinergy.com or call 903-693-8400. Pinergy.
Getting ready for the game between the Carthage Bulldogs and Kilgore. Here are the district standings in 17-4A. Spring Hill on top with a record of 11-1. Carthage is 1 game behind the Panthers at 10-2. Kilgore is 3 games behind Spring Hill and 2 behind Carthage with a record of 8-4. And then you drop down to Henderson. Henderson is 4-8. Center 2-10. And Gilmer is 1-11. So again, Spring Hill, Carthage, and Kilgore, those are the top 3 teams, and those are the 3 teams that are in the playoffs as of now. The seeding has not been decided. Spring Hill could win the district and be the number 1 seed. Carthage could win the district and be the number 1 seed. Kilgore could have a district championship, and they could be the number 1 seed with 3 games to go. So tonight, though, will settle quite a bit, because if Carthage wins, then they are assured of being at least the number 2 seed in District 17 4A. All right, we're having the introduction of the players. Carthage, incidentally, going to be in their gray road uniforms with red pinstripes. They have their number in red on the back of the jersey, trimmed in white, and a red C on the back of their jersey up at the very top, close to the neckline. It's red, trimmed in white, and I believe it's Carthage spelled out on the front of the jerseys in red again, trimmed in white. And the Kilgore Bulldogs are going to be in their home whites with red numbers trimmed in black. Getting ready for it here at Driller Park, and we'll tell you a little bit about the history of this park as we go along. It's been here for quite a while. Let's see, 77 years to be exact. We'll be back with the first pitch of tonight's ball game after this 3-minute break.
Better Solutions, Better Building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and The Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and The Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn to Driller Park, the introduction of the players, and we've already introduced them to you. Introduction of the players sponsored by First Methodist Church. They invite you to join them for their Sunday service at First Methodist Church in Carthage with Brother Kevin Otto as their pastor. Sunday school's at 9 o'clock, worship at 10, and the youth meet at 5 p.m. Introduction to the umpire, sponsored by Hartsway Hospice. Hartsway Hospice, serving you since 1985. Hartsway Hospice is with you every step of the way, and I think this is the first district game where I've not had the names of the umpires for you. Did not get a chance to get that from Coach Causey, and so we don't have that, but We can tell you again, Harts Way Hospice has been sponsoring that for the entire season, serving you since 1985. All right, we're about ready to play baseball here in Kilgore between the number 2 and number 3 seeds in the district. Carthage, number 2 right now with a record of 10-2. They don't have the number 2 seed wrapped up, however. Now, we do know this, that Spring Hill, Carthage, and Kilgore have playoff berths wrapped up. Those 3 teams for sure will be in the playoffs. The 4th spot is still open. We'll tell you a little bit about that a little bit later as we go along. Sam Watson, left-handed hitter, steps in there to face the right-hander Todd House. A righty comes to the plate, and this one is in there for strike 1 call. House comes set just above the letters with the ball in his glove, then goes into the motion, and here's the 0-1. This one lined. It's going to be a one hopper to the shortstop. He has it, throws to first. In time to get him. Watson gets down the line pretty good, and that was a fairly close play, a one hopper to the shortstop, so he had an easy play there. Pretty long throw to make. So Watson is out on the second pitch, 6-3, and we go now to the 2-hole hitter, which is Brooks Soap. Soap was at the plate Tuesday night in Carthage in the bottom of the 8th inning when the game ended. Here's the pitch to Soap. This one inside, ball 1. Ended on a wild pitch with Maddox Martinez scoring from third on a head-first slide. This pitch is grounded up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So Soap on with a 1-out single. And we will probably have a runner for him. And we will. And I think I know who this will be, but I'll double check here. Just to be sure, that's going to be Blayton LeGrone. So Blayton LeGrone will be running at first for Soap. Dylan Davenport, the batter now, the shortstop. House looking down to Hendrickson to get the sign. He's got it. Set and comes to the plate. Breaking ball. Boy, I tell you what, that looked good from here. And we are not exactly at ground level, but pretty close to it. Boy, that looked good. May have a tight zone tonight. That looked for sure like it was over the plate. Must have been low. This pitch is hit out into left center field. Center fielder over to his right 6 steps and makes the catch for out number 2. So LeGrone flies out to center. Davenport does that. Davenport flies out to center. LeGrone's runner, Soap's runner, LeGrone is on first base with 2 outs now. This pitch is fouled out of play by Cade Moore. So again, Watson grounded to short. Soap with a single up the middle. LeGrone running for him. Davenport is just flied out to center. And an 0-1 count on Cade Moore. Cade, a right-handed batter, slightly closed stance at the plate. Here's the pitch to him, and this is high. And the count now is 1 ball and 1 strike. Driller Park was constructed in 1947 at a cost then of $100,000. Boy, it'd be interesting to figure out what that would translate into today at today's prices, wouldn't it? Here's the stretch, the 1-1. This is high, and the count now is 2-1. $100,000, and it was paid for by the Kilgore Baseball Club. I assume that was the Kilgore Drillers back then. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul. Boy, he got around on that one. Hard hit ball, foul down the left field line. 2-2 the count. First game was played here on April 24th. Now let's see. Sunday was the 14th, so today is the 19th. So getting ready to celebrate the 77th anniversary here of this ballpark's first ball game, April 24th, 1947. Here's the stretch by House, the 2-2. Outside, check swing, he did not go around, and so the count now is 3-2. And in that first game, they had a crowd of 3,100 folks here, 3,100, to watch the Kilgore Drillers beat the Henderson Oilers. Here's the stretch. There goes the runner to the 3-2. Ball 4 didn't miss by much either. And I can tell you from the early returns here, we're going to have a fairly tight strike zone. That one may have been a tad outside, but not much. So now Preston, the batter. Cale Preston, left fielder. He was on base 4 times on Tuesday night. This pitch inside, almost back to the screen. Nice stop by Hendrickson. Yes, Preston was on base 4 times Tuesday night. Singled in the first, and that was an RBI for him. Walked in the third, singled in the fifth, and walked in the seventh. 2 for 2, 2 walks, 2 RBIs. Good night for him. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count now to Preston. Cale tied for 5th in the regional golf tournament held earlier this week, Monday and Tuesday, down at Sam Houston State. The Bearcat course. This pitch is lined into center field. That's going to be caught by the center fielder. Preston hit it well, but the center fielder came in and made a knee-high catch for out number 3, and that ends the top half of the first inning for the Bulldogs. No runs, a hit. That was the single by Soap. No errors and 2 left. We go now to the bottom of the first. No score here in Kilgore. Back after this 60-second break.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowner's insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off, completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house backup power.
Coming up here at Driller Park in Kilgore. And for the Kilgore Bulldogs, it's going to be Todd House, the pitcher, leading off. Tanner Beats will bat second. He's the second baseman. Tate Truman in the 3-hole. The key players, at least recently, to control of Kilgore are the 3- and 4-hole hitters. That's Truman and Bullard. So, yeah, that means you want to keep this guy off the bases. You don't want him on when those big guys come up. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Matthew Smith, senior right-hander on the mound, and the 1-0. 2-0. You're going to have to bring it over the plate tonight, Matthew. They wind up the 2-0 pitch. This one hit well to left field. Here's Preston going over to his right, and he makes the catch. Nice play there by Cale Preston. I told Cale before the ball game that, boy, when a ball is hit his way, you just have total confidence. If he can get to it, he's going to catch it. He will make the catch, and he's got great speed. And he went quite a distance there in left field. He has a good break on the ball too when it's hit. I'm going to guess he had to go 40 feet to make that catch, 40 to 45 feet. Okay, one away. And here's a off-speed pitch outside to Tanner Beats. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike. That pitch maybe, and we're right behind home plate, pretty much right behind it. That pitch maybe a couple inches off the plate. Here's the pitch. That one is low. 2-1 the count. Incidentally, if you're listening to this on 104.3 FM or listening also on EastTexasToday.com, you can watch the game. Go to EastTexasToday.com or to YouTube. Here's the 2-1. Outside, didn't miss by much, 3-1. If you go to YouTube, then do a search for Carthage versus Kilgore live stream and be sure and put in the date. Here's the 3-1. This one hit foul out of play, right side. Because all the other two games between Carthage and Kilgore, they would also be on YouTube. And you want to make sure that you're getting the live one tonight. So again, today's date is the 19th. Here's the 3-2. This one, ground ball down to third. Carson Crawford going to have to hurry, throw to first, and it is in time. He bobbled that one slightly and then really had to gun it over there. He bobbled it slightly. Boy, I tell you what, he has a strong arm. So Carson Crawford guns it over to first to Cade Moore. Perfect throw. Boy, when he bobbled it, I thought, uh-oh, this is not good. Tate Truman, this young man, along with Bullard, they're tough in the middle of the lineup. He doubled in a run on Tuesday, then walked, then singled and scored a run, then reached on a fielder's choice. This pitch is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-1. And he had a game about a week and a half ago where he had 3 doubles and 6 RBIs. He was the Longview News-Journal hitter of the week. Here's the 1-1, breaking ball. And it breaks too much outside, 2-1 the count. Colt Bullard, who I'm sure leads the district in home runs, is on deck. 2-1. This one is a ground ball going to be cut off by Crawford. Crawford bobbles it, and that's going to be an error. That was a one hopper, and it was a question of who was going to come up with it, Crawford or Davenport. And Crawford cut in front of Davenport and bobbled it, and Truman is on. And if he comes up with that cleanly, he's definitely going to get Truman, but that would be an error. Now, the official ruling on calls like that, whether it's going to be a base hit or an error, the official ruling is finally decided by Coach Causey. Here's Colt Bullard. Bullard with 5 home runs this year, and I believe I'm correct. I think I am in saying that the Bulldogs have no home runs as a team. Bullard on Tuesday, he walked, he struck out, he walked, and then he popped out to first. And there's a strike to him. Boy, you could hear the Kilgore fans. They were moaning and groaning about that one. I don't blame them. The ump deviated from his usual strike zone. There's a pitch, a breaking ball swung on and missed by Bullard. In my opinion, you don't want to give this guy too many fastballs. Boy, he had a double. Okay, let's see. I gave you the wrong stats a second ago. Here's the stretch, by Smith, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Bullard goes down swinging. That's a big out right there. He is a home run threat. There's no doubt about it. So for the Kilgore Bulldogs in the bottom of the first, no runs, no hits, one Bulldog error, and one man left. We go now to the top of two, no score here at Driller. Back in 90.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you customize the coverage you need.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located one block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
We return to Driller Park in Kilgore. Beautiful night for baseball. I say beautiful night. It's cloudy, that's for sure. But no rain, and it's comfortable. Let's see what the temp is. Ty Chambers leading off here in the bottom of the second for the Dogs. It'll be Chambers, Crawford, and Martinez. 6, 7, and 8 for Carthage in the second. This pitch is hit up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So both of our hits have gone to center field. And he takes the first pitch right up the middle for a hit. That'll bring up Carson Crawford, now the third baseman. .70 degrees right now. Okay, House looking down to Hendrickson to get the sign. Chambers on first. And there's a breaking ball outside. Nice stop by Hendrickson. 1-0 now on Crawford. Crawford on Tuesday night struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, reached on another fielder's choice, and flied to center. So he was officially 0 for 4. This is one of the 3 ballparks where he has almost hit a home run. And at least two of those occasions, he hit it right down the left field line, very close to the foul pole. Okay, House working from the stretch, looks over his shoulder at the runner. This pitch is hit foul. And that one's a pretty good poke down the left field side. So the count now is 1-1. Carson, just a sophomore. Takes a little book out of his back left pocket. Checking to see checking concerning the signs. Is he supposed to put down a bunt here? No sign of a bunt yet. Okay, House from the stretch. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and it's now 1-2. So no attempt from Coach Causey on the first 2 pitches to go with the sacrifice. He uses the sacrifice a good bit. Here's the 1-2. There goes the runner. Pitch is strike three. Swung going to miss. Throw down to second, and he is out at second base. So it's a double play as Crawford strikes out swinging. And then Hendrickson throws out Chambers trying to steal. And that'll bring up Maddox Martinez. So the Bulldogs putting Chambers in motion there, and we run into a double play, a strike him out, throw him out type situation. Here's the pitch now to Martinez over his head and caught by Hendrickson for ball one. These two teams battled to extra innings on Tuesday night at Carthage. That pitch is inside. 2-0 the count. Carthage took a 1-0 lead. Kilgore took a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Carthage came back with 3 in the bottom half to take a 3-1 edge. Here's the pitch, and that is high ball 3. Carthage added a run in the third, another one in the fifth, so Carthage was leading 5-1 going to the sixth, and Kilgore tied it up with 4 runs. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. So the count now is 2-1. We're playing here in the top of the second, no score. Here's the 2-2 from House. High, ball 3. No, that's ball 4 right there, okay. That is ball 4, so Maddox walks on a 3-1 pitch. And with 2 down, that brings up Caden Ritter, the right fielder. Ritter on Tuesday night, line to left, line to third, singled, and then put down a sacrifice bunt. So he was 1 for 3 with a sacrifice. Ritter, straightaway stance up at the plate, right-handed hitter. Outside to him, 1 ball, no strikes. Next week, the Carthage Bulldogs will end their regular season with 2 games against Center. On Tuesday night, it's scheduled to be at Center. Here's the 1-0. Low, 2-0. Now, I know there's some rain coming next week, so let's just see what the forecast is for Carthage. I don't have Center here in my phone right now. Carthage. Tuesday's supposed to be sunny. There's a strike. 2-1 the count now on Caden Ritter. So we're in the top of the second, no score here at Driller Park. No score in the top of the second. 2 outs. Runner on first for the Bulldogs. 2-1 count on Ritter. This pitch is a ground ball headed toward right field. Second baseman comes up with it, throws to first. Got him. Oh, great play there by House. The first baseman went to his right, trying to come up with it. And when he did not come up with that ball, hit on the ground to the right side, I thought, well, okay, Ritter's going to be on, because perhaps the pitcher wouldn't get over there in time to cover, but the second baseman up with it, and the pitcher got over, and that was a tough throw for the second baseman. He had to hit the pitcher in motion, and he did a perfect throw. So Ritter is out 4-1 to end the top of the second. So for the Bulldogs, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go now to the bottom of 2. No score here in Kilgore. Back after this 60-second break.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. First State Bank and Trust.
Going to be 5, 6, and 7. Remember, they got a runner on in the first inning. That was Truman reaching on an error, but then struck out Bullard, the most dangerous hitter in the district. Got 5 home runs for the year. Okay, Edney stepping in, a right-handed batter, and that one's inside to him. Spring Hill, Carthage, and Kilgore are assured of playoff berths. The seeding yet to be determined. Here's the 1-0. This one fouled off. One hopper down to the Bulldog dugout. 1-1 the count. All 3 of those teams could still finish as the number 1 seed. Even though Kilgore, here's the 1-1 pitch. Now let's see. Kilgore would have to have some help, however. 2-1 the count now on Edney, because Kilgore is 3 games behind Spring Hill with 3 to play. Here's a 2-1. This one is popped up out into short right center field. Center fielder coming over. That's Ty Chambers into right center and makes the catch right in front of Caden Ritter. One-handed grab, and so Edney is out on the fly out to center. Yes, that's right. Kilgore would have to have some help to be the number 1 seed. Now, Kilgore and Spring Hill are going to play twice next week. But because Kilgore is behind by 3 games with 3 to go, they'd have to have Spring Hill losing tonight and then sweep Spring Hill next week. Pitch to Pierce is outside, 1-0 the count. Here's the next pitch. Low, 2-0. That didn't miss by much. Looked like it was over the plate, but must have been low. Here's the 2-0. This one hit foul. Now, if Carthage wins tonight, 2-1 now on Pierce, then they are assured of the number 2 seed. And the best Kilgore would be assured of the number 3 seed if Carthage wins. Now, if Kilgore wins, then it's still to be decided the number 2 seed. Here's the 2-1. This one fouled back into the screen. 2-2 the count. If Carthage, another way to put it, Carthage has a magic number of 1. 1 Kilgore loss or 1 Carthage win. Here's the 2-2. This one is popped up right side. Moore going over, runs out of room. Lands on top of the batting cages down there. So it stays at 2-2. 1 Kilgore loss in the last 3 or 1 Carthage win in the last 3, and Carthage wraps up the number 2 seed. Here's the 2-2. Inside. Didn't miss by much. And the count now is 3-2. The 3-2 pitch coming up. And here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Pierce out on strikes. 2 down now in the second inning. And that'll bring up Joseph Hendrickson. Hendrickson, catcher. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch to Hendrickson. This one is a little one-hopper to Davenport. Throws to first in time. Sort of a little humpback liner. A little humpback liner and not hit real sharply, but a line drive. And Davenport came in, took it on the first hop, and got the throw over in time to Cade Moore. And so Kilgore goes down in order here in the second inning. And we go now to the top of 3. No score here at Driller. Back after this 90-second break.
Carthage Furniture has a new look.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot plate washer and dryer set, washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is always.
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore, Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
Something I said that Carthage has a magic number of 1 in these last 3 games tonight versus and plus the 2 next week. If Carthage wins 1 or Kilgore loses 1, then Carthage is the number 2 seed. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Here's Sam Watson stepping in now to lead off the third. Granted to short his first time up. First pitch just outside. 1-0 the count. If Kilgore wins their last 3, they'd be 3-0 in these last 3 games. Carthage loses 2, that'd be 1-2. And Carthage is 2 games ahead of Kilgore. You may think, well, Kilgore and Carthage would be tied. That's right. That is correct. But Carthage would be the number 2 seed ahead of Kilgore because Carthage has won the head-to-head series 2 games to 1. They'd be assured of that. At least 2 games to 1. There's a strike to Watson. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. This one. High hopper, right side. Pitcher has it. Underhand flip to the first baseman in time. So Watson is out 1-3. And that'll bring up Brooks Soap. And I just realized that they don't have the pitch count up on the scoreboard, so I'm going to have to do that myself. I'm going to play a little catch-up here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I have House with 29 pitches coming into this inning. And there's a strike to Soap. Soap with a 1-out single in the first. The 0-1. And that one's fouled back to the screen. 0-2 the count now. Carthage, I believe Carthage won the first meeting between these 2 teams about 4 weeks ago here in Kilgore, and I think it was about 10-0. I know it was a big margin. Here's the 0-2 pitch, high, 1-2. But Tuesday night, it was 6, 5, and 8 innings. It looked like it was going to go to the 9th. That we had a runner on third with 2 outs. And a wild pitch scored Maddox Martinez from third. That pitch is in there, strike 3 call. And so Soap is called out on strikes. And as we've mentioned several times, if you're scoring, that's a backward K. It's the regular K if someone swings and misses. All right, Davenport, the batter, he flied to center back in the first inning. House with the pitch. A strike. Top of 3, no score here in Kilgore. Here's the 0-1. Boy, that looked good from here. I guarantee you it was over the plate. Must have been low. He's not calling that low pitch. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 call. Boy, that was a beauty of a breaking ball there. 1-2 the count now on Davenport. With the 1-2, here it is. Breaking ball outside and high. 2-2 now. 325 feet down the lines here. It's a symmetrical ballpark. 365 to the alleys and 400 to straightaway center. So this is a pretty good size yard here. Carthage 320 down the lines. It's 325 here. Carthage 380 to center, 400 feet here. Here's a wind up the 2-2 to Davenport. This one is hit on the left side. Third baseman to his left has it, throws to first in time to get Davenport. And so the Bulldogs go down in order here in the third. And we go now to the bottom of 3. No score here in Kilgore. Back after this 90-second break.
Come and see the all-new Carthage Eye Associates.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and now it's an all-time favorite.
You can't beat it. It's hot, it's fresh. I love this burger. It's just perfect.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite. 2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon.
You asked for it, and it's back. The sweet and spicy bacon burger is now an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
We go to the bottom of the third here in Driller Park. Matthew Smith starting his 12th game this year. He has a record so far of 6 wins and 3 losses for the season. In 61 innings, he has struck out 61 and only walked 9. So he has a strikeout to walk ratio of almost 7-1. Very close to 7-1. If he had 63 strikeouts, it would be exactly 7-1 ratio. 63 divided by 9. 1-0, the count now to Hale. Second one is ball 2. It's Colton Hale leading off, the 8-hole hitter, shortstop. Now you want to get these guys again at the bottom of the order and the very top of the order. Here's the 2-0. This one, ground ball, right side. Martinez has it on the third hop, over to first in time. And Hale is retired 4-3. Always important to get that first batter, to get that out. Now here's the 9-hole hitter, Cason Brooks, the right fielder. In 61 innings coming into the night, 61 strikeouts, only 9 walks. And his ERA is .803. 1 ball to Brooks. So in other words, his ERA is under 1, .803. Opponent batting average 164. Here's a 1-0. Strike 1 call. Fastball there in a perfect spot. Matthew Soap on the mound. Brooks Soap behind the plate. Here's the 1-1 outside, 2-1. Carson Crawford at third. Dylan Davenport is the shortstop. Maddox Martinez at second. Cade Moore at first. Here's the 2-1. Foul back, and it's now 2-2. And the outfield, and it's a good defensive outfield, has Kel Preston in left, outstanding outfielder out there. Ty Chambers in center, and Caden Ritter in right. Here's the 2-2. This one, ground ball, right side. Martinez has it over to first in time. And 2 down now for the top of the order, and Todd House, the starting pitcher. He lined out to Kel Preston his first time. Remember, that's the one where Preston had to get moving in a hurry. He got a good break on it on a line drive to his right. Probably went, I'm going to guess, 40 to 45 feet to make that catch. Here's the first pitch to House. Breaking ball off the corner, 1-0. The 1-0. Another one off the corner, breaking ball, 2-0. Matthew working in a hurry, the 2-0. This one, another ground ball right side. Martinez has it, over to first in time. 3 assists for Maddox Martinez, 3 putouts for Cade Moore here in the third. As Kilgore goes down in order. And we go now to the top of 4, no score in Kilgore. We'll return on the other side of this 90-second break.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Top of 4 coming up here in Kilgore with no score. Let's look at those district standings again. Spring Hill 11-1, Carthage 10-2, Kilgore 8-4. Those 3 teams guaranteed a playoff berth from District 17 4A. But the seedings have yet to be decided. If Carthage wins tonight, that does decide 2 of them. Carthage would be assured the number 2 seed, and Kilgore will be assured of the number 3 seed. And if Spring Hill wins tonight and Carthage wins, this one is hit out into short center field. Center fielder coming on, and he cannot make the catch. It gets down for a base hit for Cade Moore. So Moore leads off the 4th with a flare into short center field. Center fielder came on, made a diving attempt to come up with it, but couldn't get it. So that's a single for Moore, and that brings up Preston now, who lined to center his first time. That's right. If Carthage wins tonight and Spring Hill wins tonight, then the seedings have been decided. Spring Hill would be up by 2 games over Carthage with 2 to play. And we could tie for the district championship if we win 2 next week and they lose 2. Preston looked like he was going to put down the bunt and takes it. I believe that's a ball. Yes, it is. But if that happens, if we win tonight, Spring Hill wins tonight, and then we go 2-0 next week, Spring Hill goes 0-2, they'd be the number 1 seed because they won the season series. Here's a bunt foul back to the backstop. So the count now is 1-1. Preston, as you know, if you've been coming to the games the last couple of years or listening to the broadcast, an outstanding bunter. Maybe not getting down as many bunts this year as he did last year. So now we're in the top of the 4th, no score. Third baseman coming in on the grass right now. A 1-1 count to Preston with Moore on first and nobody out. First base coach is Brett Pirtle. Jason Causey at third base coach and the head coach of the team in his 4th year. House slowing things down with a runner on first. Looks over his shoulder. Now comes to the plate high and outside, and it counts 2-1. Preston taking a book out of his back right pocket, looking at it concerning the signs. 2-1 the count on Preston. Squaring around a bunt, and it's outside. 3-1. 3-1 on Preston. The pitch count through the first 3 innings, House with 42, Matthew Smith with 39. 3-1 on Preston. Big pitch coming up here. Cade Moore on first, nobody out. Here's a 3-1, and he pops it up foul. Back up on the screen. And it makes its way to the roof, and you can hear it rolling down the roof on the other side. Again, this is an old minor league ballpark, and you can see where the box seats were. Bunch of box seats in this old ballpark. We're sitting in an area that would have been the box seats. Here's the stretch by House. A 3-2 coming. Here it is. This one hit foul. And I tell you what, I think he pretty much had to swing on that one because it looked like that could be a call strike 3. I think it would have been close. Cale tied for 5th in the regional golf tournament. The Bulldogs as a team were 3rd. Jet Surratt 3rd medalist. So the Dogs go to the state tournament. Here's a 3-2 low, ball 4, low and inside. So Preston now with a walk, and now the Bulldogs have 2 runners on. Preston at first and Moore at second with nobody out, and the batter's going to be Ty Chambers. Now you can for sure, I would think, look for the for the bunt. Good crowd from Carthage here on hand. I don't think we have quite as many as Kilgore does, but very close. Good crowd support tonight. He gets the bunt down. Great bunt. This is going to be a base hit. Throw to third, and he is safe at third base. Boy, that was a great bunt there, and I tell you what, House really made a smart move there. Really a great move by House. He knew that he had no chance at all from where that bunt was placed. He had no chance at all to get Chambers at first base, so he went with a quick flip to the third baseman, trying to get Moore at third base. It was bobbled over there by the third baseman, and so everyone is safe. Okay, I'm going to give Chambers a base hit on that because there's no way that they're going to get him at first base. So now we have the bases loaded with nobody out. A single, a walk, and another single. And that's now brings up Carson Crawford, and it also brings the Kilgore infield in. So the shortstop and the second baseman are going to be in on the edge of the infield grass. Third baseman is at the edge of the infield grass. The first baseman just a step behind the infield grass. So the Kilgore infield in. They know that runs are going to be maybe short tonight. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike over the outside corner. That was one of the widest strikes that he has called tonight. Great bump by Ty Chambers there. Here's the stretch by House. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1 the count now. Type of situation where if you're Carthage, you've got to get at least one run out of this. Got to get one. If we don't get any, huge momentum for Kilgore. This one's popped up on the infield. That's going to be in the outfield. Center fielder coming in, and he makes the catch. Here's a tag at third, and the throw comes home, and the runner at third goes back. He tagged at third to draw the throw, maybe to see if he'd accidentally overthrow it to the catcher, but back to the screen, but he didn't. So Crawford flies out to short left field. No indication of a bunt right there. Now here comes Maddox Martinez. House working from the stretch with the runner at third. Looking straight at the runner. Here's the pitch. Outside, didn't miss by much for ball one. Now would Martinez put the bunt down? I don't know, he might. Coach Causey likes to use it quite a bit. 1-0. Bases juiced right here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High, 2-0. On Martinez. House trying to work out of this bases loaded jam. Here's the 2-0. There's a strike. Just because you get the bases loaded, House he's a good pitcher. There's no guarantee that we're going to score here, but boy, that would be a big momentum shift toward Kilgore if we don't get at least one run out of this. Here's the 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one, a line drive caught by the second baseman, and thank goodness our runners get back. Line drive caught by the second baseman, and now House is just 1 out away from getting out of a bases loaded jam. Caden Ritter, the batter, he granted out to the second baseman the first time. Remember, that was a ground ball to the right side. The first baseman went for it, could not get it, and that forced House to cover first to take the throw from the second baseman, and he got over there, and the second baseman hit him while House was going full speed. This pitch is hit down the right field line. Here's a right fielder coming over, and he makes the catch, and Kilgore gets out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. Wow, that hurts. Carthage with the bases loaded and nobody out, and we do not score. So, no runs. There were 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 3 left on base. That hurts. Okay, we go now to the bottom of 4. No score here in Kilgore. Back after this 60-second break.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Talked about the top 3 in our district. Let's look at the bottom 3. Henderson 4-8, Center 2-10, and Gilmer 1-11. Gilmer came into the week 0-11, and they defeated Center 10-9 on Tuesday night. So now Henderson, in 4th place in the district, has a 2-game lead on Center and a 3-game lead on Gilmer. This pitch is hit in the air to right field. Ritter over to his left and makes the catch for out number 1. And that was Beats. So that's a big out right there, because this brings up the meat of their order. Tate Truman, again, Truman, about a week and a half ago, he had 3 doubles and 6 RBIs in one ball game. There's a strike to him. Smith with the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. A beauty there. 0-2 the count now on Truman. Straightaway stance. Here's the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he didn't. 1-2 the count now on Truman. That one was way outside. Here's the wind, the 1-2. This one popped up foul. This is going to make it. Okay, Soap is coming back. Does he have a play? No, it's just on top of the screen. I'm going to guess it was on top of the screen by about, 5 to 6 feet, something like that. Maybe 4. So Soap giving it a go there. So the count now stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Outside, way outside. 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Didn't miss by much. That was definitely over the plate. There's no doubt about it. Must have been low. It's now 3-2 on Truman. The big guy next. Here's the 3-2. This one foul back to the screen. That would have been strike 3. Here's the windup in the 3-2. This one popped up to center field. Chambers coming in. He's there and 2-hands it. Thank you for the 2 hands. And that's out number 2. All right, now here's the big guy right here. In the first 2 games against Kilgore, we shut him out 0-5. In the first game and the first 2 at-bats in the second game, we shut him out 0-5. His last 2 at-bats on Tuesday night, he had 2 hits. Swings and misses at this one. Struck out in the first tonight. 5 home runs for the year. Here's the 0-1. This one popped up foul, and it's going to be on top of the screen. And so now the count on Bullard is 0-2. Going to be interesting to see what, I think it's Brett Pirtle who calls the pitches from the dugout. See what he dials up here. Here's the windup, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Bullard down swinging for the second time in the ball game. Big strikeout there. Way to go, Matthew Smith. So Kilgore goes down in order here in the 4th. And we go to the top of 5. No score here at Driller. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate residents. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
Top of 5 coming up here. And the Bulldogs are going to send up to the top of the order. I forget how many games ago it was. Let's see. 1, 2. About 3 games ago, we had a game in which our leadoff hitter, Cale Preston, led off every time he came up to bat. He led off in the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th. And Sam Watson is now 3 for 3 on that. He led off in the 1st, the 3rd, and he comes up here leading off in the 5th. He is grounded to short and then grounded back to the mound. So Watson now 0 for 2. This will be the 60th pitch of the ball game for Todd House. Here's the pitch to Watson outside. So 59 pitches in 4 innings. He's averaging right at 15 pitches an inning. You can average 16 and go the distance. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike. That was definitely over the plate. Looked like it possibly could have been called low. Here's the 1-1. This one grounded toward right field. Second baseman to his left. Cannot get it. And Watson is on to lead off the 5th. Remember, if you weren't with us back in the 4th inning, Carthage had a leadoff single by Cade Moore, Preston with a walk, and then Chambers with a bunt single. We had the bases loaded, nobody out, and did not score. Okay, now here's Soap. Soap has singled and struck out looking. House peering down to get the sign from Hendrickson. He's got it. And the pitch. Soap gets the bunt down. Good bunt. Going to go to first base, and it's in time to get Soap there. So Soap gets the bunt down. That'll be a sacrifice for Brooks Soap. He's out 5-3. Third baseman was way in on that one. And now Davenport, the batter. He's flied to center and grounded at third. A senior, 1 week from tonight, senior night at Bulldog Park. Next week we go to center on Tuesday, home on Friday for senior night, and to wind up the regular season. That one outside to Davenport. We'll talk a little bit later about the possible playoff, the possibilities of the playoff opponents for Carthage. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is hit to left field. Left fielder going over to his left. He's there, makes the catch, and that's out number 2 in the inning. Davenport hit that one fairly well, but it's 2 down now. And so we need a big 2-out hit. Cade Moore has walked and singled. Well, how's this game going to be decided? Could be sort of like Tuesday night on something like a wild pitch or a pass ball or maybe an error. Pitch is breaking ball outside. We've got 2 good pitching performances going so far. 1-0 now on Moore. Carthage with 3 hits in the game. Kilgore has yet to get a hit. 1-0 on Moore. House looks back at the runner at second. The pitch hit him. Looked to me like it hit him, like it caught his jersey, but that's ball 2. That came very close to hitting Moore. Very, very close. So that pitch was way inside. 2-0 now on Moore. Runner's back at second. House looks back at the runner 2 times, throws back to second, and the runner back in. And, of course, if you're Sam Watson, the last thing you want to do here is get picked off. Here's the 2-0 pitch coming up the 2-0. Inside, that did hit him. So Moore was almost hit by the previous pitch and was hit by that one. And I tell you what, I admire the home plate ump there. He was hit by the pitch. He immediately flung the bat back to toward the third base dugout and started down to first. And the umpire was shadowing him, running down to first between him and House. Just to make sure that there was no inappropriate actions there from Cade Moore. All right, so now Preston is up there. So now we've got runners at first and second with 2 down. Preston, the batter, he's lined to center and walked. This pitch hit on the ground to the second baseman. He bobbles it, picks it up, will not get him at first base, safe at first. And now the bases are loaded. He bobbled it. I'm going to call that an error. I think you have to call that an error on the second baseman. And so now Watson moves to third, and Moore is at second. For the second straight inning, we've got the bases loaded. Ty Chambers, the batter now. He singled back in the 4th inning. Bases loaded with 2 down. We had the bases loaded with nobody out in the 4th and did not score. So there's no doubt who has had the most chances in this ball game. We've stranded 6 in 4 innings. Kilgore has stranded 1. This pitch is popped up. They're going to get it. Popped up right side. First baseman called for it. Now the second baseman calls for it and makes the catch. And so the Dogs squander another bases loaded situation. This time it was bases loaded with 2 outs and do not score. Bases loaded with no outs in the 4th. Bases loaded with 2 outs in the 5th. Both times we come up empty. So no runs, a hit, 1 error, and 3 more left. We have now stranded 9 runners in the first 5 innings, 6 of those in the last 2 innings. Back after this 60-second break.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
All right, we go now to the bottom of the 5th. No score in the ball game. If you've just joined us, Carthage had a great opportunity to score in the 4th. Bases loaded, nobody out. Did not score. A fly to left, a line drive to the second baseman, and then a fly out to right. This pitch is fouled off on the first pitch. And then we got the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 5th and did not score. All right, so it's an 0-1 count now on Kason Edney. Next pitch, breaking ball, just barely missed. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. This one lined into left field for a base hit. So Kilgore gets their leadoff man on. And that is the first hit of the ball game for Kilgore. All right, so now let's see what Kilgore elects to do. This is the 6-hole hitter of Jordan Pierce, who struck out swinging his first time. Gets the bunt down. It's a good bunt. Matthew Smith has it. Runs about halfway to first. Underhand flip to Cade Moore in time. Sacrifice is completed there. A sacrifice in from Pierce. He's out 1-3 for the first out of the inning. And they've got now the go-ahead run at second base in Kason Edney, with Joseph Hendrickson coming up. Left-handed hitter. He's the catcher. He grounded a short his first time. And if you'll stay with us, we're going to talk about, if you're wondering, who would we play in the opening round of the playoffs? Well, we don't know for sure, but I can tell you it's for certain one of 3 teams. Here's a pitch to Hendrickson. This one is popped up into short left field. Here's Preston. He's there and makes the catch for out number 2. So Hendrickson flies out to left to Preston. This is the first time that Kilgore has run a runner at second base in the ball game. We're in the bottom of the 5th, no score. And the batter now would be Colton Hale, who grounded to Martinez his first time up. Edney at second for Kilgore with 2 outs here in the 5th. Smith looking down to Soap to get the sign. He's got it. And to the plate. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And that's one of the wider strikes that he's called in the ball game. Of course, you got to remember that it is not where the ball is caught. It's where the ball, the position of the ball when it got to the plate. Here's the 0-1. He went after that one, strike 2. He went after it. He tried to hold up. He couldn't. 0-2 now on Hale. Runner at second in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs for Kilgore. Here's the 0-2. High, 1-2. Incidentally, if you have a score on either Gilmer and Center or Spring Hill and Henderson, will send me a text at 903-692-1185. 903-692-1185. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. If you have a score on either one of the other 2 games, that'd be Spring Hill and Henderson, or Gilmer and Center, will give me the message at 903-692-1185. Here's the 2-2. Outside ball 3. That didn't miss by much. So now it's a 3-2 count. Trying to get him to go for the breaking balls there. Hale, a right-handed hitter. Pretty much a straightaway stance up at the plate. Here's the stretch by Smith. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Hale goes down swinging on a 3-2 pitch. And for the Kilgore Bulldogs, no runs, a hit. That's their first hit of the ball game. No errors and 1 left. We go now to the 6th. The score is Carthage 0, Kilgore 0. And we'll have the 6th inning for you, the top of the 6th, right after this 60-second break.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and the Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and the Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Larry Allen along with Brenton Fensom here at Driller Park in Kilgore. Brenton doing the video. If you were listening on 104.3 FM or easttexastoday.com, you can watch this by either going to easttexastoday.com or to YouTube. And if you go to YouTube, then do a search, put in Carthage versus Kilgore live stream, and put today's date on there to make sure you get the correct one, because all three of the Kilgore games are on YouTube. It's Carson Crawford leading off for the Dogs here in the top of the sixth inning. So it'll be the bottom third of the order. Here's a pitch from House. This one is popped up infield. That will not get it done right there. Shortstop calling for it and makes the one-handed grab on the infield dirt. So Crawford pops out to short on the very first pitch. Incidentally, the pitches going through 5 innings, 70 for House, so that's averaging exactly 14 pitches per inning, and 61 for Smith, so that's just over 12 per inning. So they're both in good shape there. Pitches a strike to Martinez. Martinez has walked and then lined to second. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 call. If you've just joined us, Carthage has had 2 great scoring opportunities, particularly in the fourth. We had the bases loaded with nobody out and did not score. Here's the 0-2 to Martinez. This one grounded foul down the third baseline. And then we had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 5th inning and did not score. So in the last 2 innings, we've stranded a total of 6 runners in the last 2 innings. 9 for the ball game. Here's the 0-2, high and inside. He had to duck to get out of the way. 2-2 now on Martinez. Ritter is on deck. Here's the 1-2. High. 3-2 the count now. I show 3-2. Scoreboard says 2-2. Here is the pitch. This one hit back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Pitcher tried to come up with it. House, he dove for it. He hit the ground, couldn't get it. The shortstop, he dove for it. He couldn't get it. So Martinez with a 1-out single, and he's on first now for Caden Ritter. Starting to cool off some here at Driller Park. Let's see. Wow. Okay, I get an update on the score here. Okay, House looking down to Hendrickson to get the sign. Ritter the batter. Boy, where was that one? That looked good. Must have been a tad outside or a little bit low. So Carthage with a runner on first here in the 6th, 1 out in a 0-0 tie. House from the stretch, the 1-0. This one line, that's going to be down to the left center field. That's going to be extra bases. Our runner from first, rounding second. He's headed toward third, and he's going to be held up at third base. It's going to be a stand-up double for Caden Ritter. Wow. Caden Ritter gave that one a ride to left center field, and I'm not for sure if it went. I was watching our runners. I'm not for sure if that went all the way to the wall on the roll or not, but it is a double for him. And so now we've got, for the 3rd straight inning, a great scoring opportunity. So a single by Maddox Martinez and a double to left center for Ritter. And here comes the Kilgore coach out. We're going to take a 30-second break. 30 seconds. We'll be back to Driller Park right after this.
Choosing the right health care provider can be a difficult task. Hope Community Medicine.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
Conference on the mound for Kilgore, including their head coach and the entire infield, and the umpire goes out to break up the meeting. I don't know what he said now. He walked 2/3 of the way back to the plate. They're still meeting. Now he's going back for the second time. He said something to him the first time, walked 2/3 of the way toward the plate, turned around. They're still out there meeting. And so he went back a second time. And he's now visiting with the head coach for the Kilgore Bulldogs. Doesn't seem to be a heated conversation. So now everyone back to their regular positions, including Brett Pirtle, running back over to the first base coach's box. Okay, so now it's Sam Watson up. Watson grounded to short, grounded back to the mound and single. Runners at second and third for Carthage. Now, would we use the bunt right here? This pitch is swung on and missed. Boy, I tell you what, Kilgore was expecting the bunt. Third baseman coming way in. We've got Martinez is the one who scored the winning run on Tuesday night. Scored it on a pass ball. A wild pitch is what I called it. Oh, for another wild pitch right here. We take another one. Okay, 0-1 on Watson. They're expecting the bunt. And he tries to get the bunt down and misses it for strike 2. He tried to get the bunt down and missed it for strike 2. I didn't see Martinez on third with a big lead there. Of course, you know, if he gets too big of a lead, then Hendrickson is going to, and Watson misses it, then Hendrickson is going to throw behind him. Throw to the third baseman. Try to pick him off. Here's the 0-2. This one is popped foul up on the roof of Driller Park here. So it stays now 0-2. This is the 3rd straight inning that we've had someone at third base. Had the bases loaded in the 4th, nobody out, did not score. Bases loaded in the 5th with 2 outs and did not score. And now 2nd and 3rd here with 1 out. Pitch is way outside. Now the Kilgore fans wanted strike 3, but that was definitely outside by about a foot, I'd say. So now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The catcher was setting up outside, and House hit the mitt. House from the stretch, the 1-2. This one lined into center field. It's going to be down for a base hit. One runner's in. Here's another runner running third. He's headed to the plate. Here's a throw to the plate. He is safe at the plate. The Dogs lead it 2-0. Wow. A line drive to center by Sam Watson. Way to go, Sam Watson. And 2-run score, easily scoring, was Mannix Martinez from third. And it was fairly close at the plate, but Ritter being waved around by Jason Causey, he also scores. And Sam Watson, I tell you what, you want to talk about somebody who, if you were picking the biggest surprise of this year, at least in the district race, right up there at the top, I think, has to be Sam Watson. I don't think he was projected as a starter before the year ever started. I'm guessing that. Okay, here's a strike to Brooks Soap. So now we've got Watson on first with 1 out. Boy, what a big hit there by Sam Watson. The throw from the center fielder did not come all the way to the plate. It was cut off, I believe, by the first baseman then who then threw to the plate. But there was no doubt about it. Ritter was definitely safe. House from the stretch, the 0-1 to Soap. This one lined, that's going to be down into left center field for another base hit. So now the Bulldogs, that was Davenport with the hit there. No, that was Soap, pardon me. That was Soap with that hit. Getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so we've now got Watson on second and Legrone in running for Soap at first and Davenport the batter. So the Bulldogs now with 4 hits in the inning. Single by Martinez, double by Ritter, single by Watson, single by Soap. Here's the pitch to Davenport. Strike 1 call. House looks back at second from the stretch. Here's the 0-1. Out. That's strike 2 call. That was close there. Could have easily been called outside. I think he sort of widened the zone here in the last couple of innings on the outside corner to right-handed batters. So Davenport behind on the count big time. It's 0-2. To Davenport. Runners at first and second with 1 out here in the 6th. The Carthage Bulldogs have just scored 2 runs to take a 2-0 lead. Pitch is outside and low. 1-2 the count now. For Kilgore, they'll be sending up 9, 1-2. So we've got to go through the top of the order and the meat of the order. That's their 3 and 4 hole hitters in this ball game. There's no way we can avoid it. Here's a stretch by House and the 1-2, and time asked for Davenport, and it was given to him. So that does not count as a pitch right there in the pitch count. Carthage trying to wrap up second place here. And I got a message. Let's see. That Henderson is leading Spring Hill. Wow. And there's strike 3 call right there on Davenport. So Davenport is called out on strikes for the second out of the inning, and that brings up Cade Moore. Moore has walked, singled, and been hit by a pitch, so he's been on all 3 times. 1 for 1, a walk, and hit by a pitch. So it's Watson on second and Legrone on first, running for Soap. That pitch is high and outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. This one popped up foul. And this one's going to be back. Catcher coming for it, and he makes the catch. All right, so Moore pops out to the catcher. And so for the Carthage Bulldogs in the 6th inning, they pick up a couple of runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the ball game. 4 hits in this inning. So we now have 9 for the ball game. No errors on the Kilgore Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs leave 2 more runners on, so we've now stranded 11 runners in the first 6 innings. But we have now taken the lead. It's 2-0 Carthage as we go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll have it for you after this 60-second break.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance. We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house back.
All right, I have just received a message, and I assume that this is true. I'm just going to tell you what the message said. Here's a strike, and this is leading off now for the Kilgore Bulldogs. This is Cason Brooks leading off. 0-1 to him. Here's the next pitch, and that's about in the same place, but that's called a ball. 1-1 the count now. Maybe a little bit low. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Brooks. Didn't miss by much. He's made 3 pitches. All 3 of them could have been called strikes. And really possibly all 3 of them could have been called balls. That close. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count now. This is the 9-hole hitter. This is one guy you want to get for sure, with the danger that they've got coming up. Here's the 2-2. This is hit to right field. This is Ritter over to his left, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Brooks lines to right, 1 down. So the message I have here, I'll just read it verbatim. Henderson beat Spring Hill 3-2. Henderson beat Spring Hill 3-2. Here's the windup and the pitch. Boy, that almost hit House. That almost hit him. 1-0 the count. The big sticks could be coming up in this inning. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. That was ball 2 right there. Got a break there by House, got overly aggressive. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 called on a breaking ball. Beauty. That was a pretty pitch there, a breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. The 2-2, outside, way outside, 3-2 now. So he's had 2 breaking balls that have missed The last one missing badly, and now it's a full count on House. You don't want to walk him. Here's a 3-2. This one fouled out of play. So it stays 3-2. The really dangerous hitters are the 3 and 4 hole hitters. House is the leadoff hitter. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4, didn't miss by much again. So House draws a 1-out walk, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Now, when Kilgore was behind on Tuesday night, in that inning where they scored 4 runs, they put down 3 successful bunts in a row. And they were good bunts, and we didn't particularly defend them well. There's a strike. Wow. Now that was in the same position as the final pitch to House. The final pitch to House was called a ball, and that's called a strike. Here's a stretch by Matthew. The 0-1. That was well outside, but that just a tad further outside than the previous pitch. 1-1 the count now. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Carthage leading 2-0. Henderson with a runner on first and 1 out. There goes the runner. The pitch is a ball. Throw down to second. He is safe at second. The throw was just a little bit on the first base side, and Soap is upset at himself. He had him out. He would have thrown him out if the ball had been on the bag. But it was on the first base side of the bag. And Davenport had to go to the first base side, tried quickly to grab the ball, and with his glove tag House as he went by and couldn't quite do it. Now House on second, 2-1 count here on Beats. The pitch is high, ball 3. And we're about to get ourselves in big time trouble here. You can just sort of feel it. They've got a runner at second, 3-1 count now on Beats. Truman, the 3 and 4 hole hitters are waiting. Here's a 3-1. Strike 2 call. And now that if you may be able to hear some hitters and fans say that was outside. Yes, it was, but that's been called a strike before tonight. Here's a stretch by Matthew Smith, the 3-2. This one grounded right side. Martinez has it on a big hop over to first in time. He got it on about the 3rd hop and then hesitated just briefly. I'm not for sure. Maybe Moore wasn't there yet. And then threw to first to get Beats. So that's the 2nd out of the inning. And the tying run comes to the plate. Tate Truman up there now. And again, about a week and a half ago, he had a game in which he had 3 doubles and 6 RBIs in one ball game. Smith comes to the plate, pitch, breaking ball outside, ball 1. Now the big slugger, Colt Bullard, who has struck out twice, swinging his own deck. Runner on third for Kilgore. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. This pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Here's the pitch. This one is popped up foul out of play. So now it's 1-2 on Truman. I failed to record in my scorebook that House stole second. So he walked, stole second, went to third on the ground out. 1-2 count now on Truman. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Here's the stretch, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Truman down on strikes. And that ends the 6th inning. So for Kilgore, no runs, no hits, no Bulldog errors, and 1 left. We go now to the 7th. And the score is Carthage 2 and Kilgore nothing.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you customize the coverage you need.
7th. Carthage leading 2-0. And I'm trying to see if who the pitcher is right. See if that's still House. I can't tell for sure. 6, 8, 11, 15, 24. Okay, it is still House. House is still in there. So Matthew Smith, with his highest number of pitches in an inning by far in the 6th inning. His previous high was 16 he had by innings, 16, 12, 11, 11, 11, and then 24 in the 6th inning. His pitch count is now at 85. House starts the 7th with 91 pitches. Okay, so it's going to be Cale Preston leading off for the Bulldogs here in the 7th. They lead 2-0. This one, a line there into right field for a base hit. Actually, it was a hard ground ball into right field. No chance for a play there by the Kilgore Bulldogs. So Preston, it takes the first pitch into right field for a base hit. We've been making some good contact here lately on House. This is the 4th time through the order for him. And that brings up Chambers now. Preston with really good speed at first base. Chambers the batter. This pitch is hit to the shortstop, steps on the bag for one, throw to first in time. Shortstop was playing over towards second base, and Chambers hit that one. I tell you what, if he's playing his normal position, you know, sort of, if he's just in the normal shortstop position, I think that's going to get through to center field for a base hit. But boy, that was a tailor-made double play there. He only had one step to take to record the out on Preston, and then threw to first to complete the double play. Carson Crawford, the batter now. And it would really help out here if he would take a few pitches, because that's two outs on 2 pitches for House. Got to give Matthew Smith a little rest in the dugout. Here's the 0-1 high, and the count now is 1-1. Just step out, Carson. Take a little time getting back in the batter's box. Two outs, nobody on here in the 7th. Here's the 1-1. This one popped up infield. Easy play there. Shortstop makes the one-handed grab, And we go now to the bottom of the 7th. 3 up and 3 down for the Bulldogs. And that's the first inning that we've gone 3 up and 3 down. No, take that back. Second time. We did it also in the 3rd. So we go now to the bottom of the 7th. Carthage leading it 2-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th right after this 60-second break.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located 1 block off the square in beautiful downtown.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located 1 block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr.
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
All right, so we go now to the bottom of the 7th, and it's going to be Colt Bullard leading off. Colt Bullard leading off for the Kilgore Bulldogs, and thank goodness there's nobody on base. He has struck out swinging twice against Matthew Smith. Here's the pitch to him. Breaking ball, swung on and fouled off. It'll be Bullard, Edney, and Pierce. Carthage leading it 2-0 here. Here's the 0-1. This one, line drive, and it's into center field for a base hit. Matthew Smith got his glove on it. He got his glove on it, but could not come up with it. Hit like a bullet. And, you know, you just know that that guy's going to make great contact sometime during the ball game. He's just too good of a hitter. He had struck out twice before that at bat. So now the tying run is at the plate now for Kilgore. Tying run at the plate. Matthew Smith with 85 pitches coming into the inning. And again, that was hit like a bullet. That was the hardest hit ball that we've seen from them tonight. He's only given up 1 hit in the ball game. That was a leadoff single in the 5th. Here's the pitch. This one, did he go around? Evidently not. So now 1-0 to Edney. Edney has a single, and he also flied to center. Tying run at the plate for Kilgore here in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out. Runner on first. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Matthew Smith from the stretch. The 1-1 way outside on a breaking ball. 2-1. Boy, Brooks Soap, you know, he's just a sophomore. He's been all over the place tonight. A bunch of these breaking balls have broken way outside. This pitch is fouled off on the right side. That's now a count of 2-2 on Edney. Jordan Pierce on deck. And again, I have received a message indicating that Henderson beat Spring Hill 3-2. I do not know who sent that to me. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Way outside on another breaking ball. 3-2 now. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Matthew wants a new ball. It's going to be a 3-2 pitch coming up here to Edney. Here it is. This one line, that's going to be down for a hit in center field. And I tell you what, Ty Chambers came in and he was going to try to get the force out at second base, but he bobbled it. And he would have had a shot at it. If he hadn't bobbled it, he would have had a shot at getting the force out at second base. But now the tying run is at first, and here comes Jason Causey out of the dugout. Okay, we're going to have a break here, and we may have a change, may have a new pitcher coming in. 30-second break for sure. Let's take 30 seconds right now.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we... This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
Okay, the conference is over. On the mound, Coach Causey bringing in the entire infield. And I tell you what's going to happen here. I'd be a betting man. They're going to go with a bunt. So 2 singles to lead off the bottom of the 7th for Kilgore. So they've now got the tying run at first, the winning run at the plate, and they're going to go with a bunt here. Carson Crawford is not in on the grass. Here's the stretch. Squares around and misses it for strike 1. No, I think he fouled it off. So an 0-1 count now. Now Cade Moore is in on the grass, so he's going to come in. But if he bunts it down the third baseline, we could be in trouble. I mean, if he places it well. Now, if he bunts it straight back to Matthew Smith, Smith may go to third. Bullard is not a real fast runner at second base. Here's the pitch. He squares around the bunt. It's a good bunt, and it's going to be a base hit. And now we're in trouble. It was a great bunt down the third baseline. And remember, I said that Carson Crawford was not playing in. He was not playing in. He was staying back at third to take a throw, and so now Kilgore has got a great opportunity here to win this ball game. They've 3 straight singles, the last one a bunt. And in the big 6th inning the other night when they tied it up 5-5, we had trouble with the bunt. They had, and right there, that was a perfectly placed bunt. It was about, I'm going to say halfway down to third. But Matthew Smith came down from the mound, but he had a long way to go to get it. No way he was going to throw anyone out. And so now the bases are loaded with nobody out for Joseph Hendrickson. This one is hit in the air to right center field. Ritter there. No, Chambers makes the catch. Here's the tag at the plate. The throw comes in, and it's a 2-1 ball game. So Hendrickson with a fly ball to fairly deep right center field. And he gets an RBI as Bullard comes in to score after the catch out there. And the runner at second advances to third. Runner at first stays at first. So now runners at the corners in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, and Carthage leading 2-1. So you've got Edney at third and Pierce at first. And the batter is Colton Hale, who is grounded to second and struck out swinging. Could be another bunt right here. The bunt has given us trouble against this bunt this week. He's squaring around a bunt and takes it outside for ball one. That one did not miss much. I guarantee you that pitch has been called a strike before. Didn't miss much. Matthew Smith working from the stretch. Tying run at third. Here comes he's going to put down the bunt. He gets the bunt down. Going to come to the plate. And the throw to the plate is safe. He's safe at the plate. And they've tied up the ball game. Cade Moore with the toss to Brooks Soap. And the guy was safe at the plate. There's no doubt about it. So now it's a tie ball game. And the winning run is at second base now. Hale with a fielder's choice, and he picks up an RBI on that one. So now it's a 2-2 ball game with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, and runners at first and second for Kilgore. And again, I have received a score from someone tonight, about 20 minutes ago, of Henderson. It said Henderson beat Spring Hill 3-2. If that is true, and Carthage could win this ball game, then Carthage would be tied for the district lead with Spring Hill, which means that if we were then, that's if we win this ball game, and Kilgore now has an opportunity to win it, because there's only 1 out in the inning, and they've now got the winning run at second base. Would they bunt again? They might. Squares around a bunt, gets the bunt down, it's foul. You know, after seeing the game Tuesday night where they put down 3 straight bunts that were all successful. Okay, now the third base coach is going to come down and visit with his batter. Yes, if Carthage wins this game, and if Henderson did in fact defeat Spring Hill, then Carthage and Spring Hill would be tied for the district lead. But we have to get out of this jam here in the 7th inning first before we can have a chance in extra innings. There's a chance that this game could go to the 8th inning, just like the game on Tuesday night did. It's a 2-2 ball game. Carthage with 2 in the 6th. Kilgore with 2 in the bottom of the 7th, and they're still batting. They've got runners at first and second with only 1 out and an 0-1 count on Brooks. This is the 9-hole hitter, Kason Brooks. Matthew Smith still out there. Looks back at second at the runner. To the plate. He gets the bunt down. And Smith's going to go to first. And he does, and gets the second out of the inning. Maddox Martinez had to get over there because Cade Moore was coming in to field the bunt. So now the winning run is at third base. So Brooks with a sacrifice there as he is out 1-4. So now the winning run is at third base for Kilgore here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And there's 2 outs. Todd House, the batter. The leadoff hitter. He is lined to left, grounded to second, and walked. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. Let's see how many pitches he's thrown. 1. Okay, that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's now at 100 pitches. Actually, 101 pitches now. Here's the 1-0. That'd be 102. 2-0 the count now on House. Boy, we have had two nail biters this week against Kilgore, haven't we? Carthage leading 5-1 on Tuesday in the 6th inning, and Kilgore tied it up with 4 runs to make it 5-5, and then Carthage won it in the bottom of the 8th on a wild pitch, 6-5. Here, Carthage leading 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Kilgore has tied it up. They've got the winning run at third with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. So the count now is 2-1 on House. And again, if that score is true that I received from someone that Henderson knocked off Spring Hill tonight 3-2, then if Carthage could win this, they would be tied with Spring Hill for the district lead. Here's a 2-1. This one fouled off. Breaking ball. It's now 2-2. I believe that's 104 pitches. I doubt that Matthew would come back out for the 8th if we go to the 8th inning. Same thing might be true for House too. The Kilgore pitcher, 2-2 count on House. Here's the 2-2. Outside and high, 3-2. Boy, you hate to walk this guy. Then the bases are loaded, and then that brings up the possibility of a bases-loaded walk to end the ball game. I think this is going to be his 106th pitch of the ball game right here. Winning run at third for Kilgore, bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Here's the stretch by Smith, the 3-2. This one popped foul. Stays at 3-2. I think that was at least 106 pitches, maybe 107, something like that. I don't think he's at 109 right now. They don't keep the pitch count on the scoreboard here. It's an old scoreboard. Here's a stretch again by Matthew Smith, the 3-2. Swing and a miss, got him. So Smith strikes out House with the winning run at third base. And we go now to the top of the 8th in a 2-2 tie. All right, so for the Kilgore Bulldogs, 2 runs on 3 hits, no Bulldog errors, and 2 runners left. So now we go to the top of the 8th in a 2-2 tie. All right, we'll be back after this 90-second break.
Change is constant. First State Bank and Trust Company knows this, and that financial technology and personal...
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot plate washer and dryer set, washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is always free.
Received a message from another person with a explanation of the Henderson win, so I'm certain now that that actually happened. Henderson surprising the Spring Hill Panthers. Henderson played them pretty close on Tuesday. I think it was 5-1 Spring Hill, and they knock off the Panthers tonight. Big win for the Lions. All right, Maddox Martinez leading off against House. Here's the pitch. This one hit sharply down the third baseline. There's a base hit. Here's Martinez rounding first. Is he going to try for second? He is. Oh, my, that's going to be close. He's going to be out at second base. Wow. Oh, my. Well, I tell you what, you got to hand it to Kilgore. They made the play there. I don't know if Martinez had the blessing of Brett Pirtle or what, but he is thrown out trying to stretch the single into a double. Great throw by the left fielder, and there was no doubt he was out. Sharply hit ball by Martinez down the third base line. I would have thought that he'd be able to get a double out of that, but left fielder got over there in a hurry, and a strong throw. There's a strike to Ritter. Ritter doubled in the 7th inning. 0-1 to him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is swung on and missed, strike 2. You can just, you can just sense it from being here. Kilgore has the momentum right now. No doubt about it. And a big part was Martinez thrown out trying to stretch the single. That one's high, 1-2 the count. What about the pitch count here for House? All right. He's now at 100 pitches. So he's got 10 more to play with. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, did not go around. 2-2 the count now. Top of the order, Sam Watson on deck. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call. And that'll bring up now Sam Watson. Watson had the big blow in the 6th inning. He drove in our 2 runs with a single. And now he comes up here in the 8th with 2 outs and nobody on. There's a strike. Yeah, they had the momentum. If I were a betting man, and I'm not, you can just sort of sense it, that they've got the first 2 outs in this inning. They threw out our leadoff hitter trying to stretch a single into a double. I guess you can't be too upset with him because that was a ball down in the corner. It was just a great throw. You're gonna force the left fielder to make a great throw, and he did. 1-1 the count. Heck of a play by the left fielder to gun Martinez down at second base. House with the 1-1 pitch. Boy, that looked good from here. We'll take it though, 2-1. Another reason you'd have to say that if I'm a betting man, Kilgore is going to win this ball game because they've got the big guns coming up in the 8th. It'll be Beats. He's not one of the big guns, and then Truman, and then Bullard. 2-2 the count now. On Watson, 2 outs in the top of the 8th. 2-2 score. Nobody on base for Carthage. All right, here's the 2-2 pitch from House, way outside and high. 3-2 now. Brooks Soap is on deck. He's had a couple of hits in the ball game. Here's the 3-2. High. Ball 4. So Watson is on with a 2-out walk. And that brings up now Brooks Soap. Soap singled in the first, struck out looking in the third, put on a sacrifice bunt in the fifth, singled in the sixth. So he is 2 for 3 and a sacrifice. Here's the pitch to Soap. Low, ball 1. Okay, now let's see where he is on the pitch count now. 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's 109 is what I've got for him right now. This should be 110. There's a strike. So I think that's 110 for him. No, wait a minute. Let's see. Pardon me. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that's 110, so he gets to complete this batter. And then he has to come out. Here's the 1-1. This one, line. This is down to the left field side. This is going to be caught by the left fielder on a diving catch. Wow, that saved the ball game for Kilgore right there. Soap line 1 to left field. The left fielder dove to his right and came up with it. If he doesn't make that catch, the run's going to score. Watson's going to score because that's going to get past him. Watson off with a pitch. He's going to score, and we're going to lead it 3-2. And now Coach Causey and Coach Pirtle out visiting with the base ump. I'm not for sure what that's about. Great play out there by the left fielder. I wonder if they're questioning whether or not he trapped that ball. I don't know. That's a long way from where I am to where he caught that. So no runs for the Bulldogs. 1 hit. That's our 10th hit of the ball game. No Kilgore errors. And 1 left on base. So we've now left 12 runners on here. And we go to the bottom of the 8th in a 2-2 tie. Beats Truman and Bullard coming up. Well, let's see who's going to be pitching for us. Oh, okay, it's not going to be Blake Smith. I mean Matthew Smith. It's definitely not going to be Blake Smith, the police chief, and it'll not be Matthew Smith, the senior right-hander either. So we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with the bottom of the 8th.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
I think it's Cade Ross, but he hasn't turned around so I can see his number to confirm that. And it is. Okay, so Cade Ross, the sophomore, is going to come in to relieve Matthew Smith. And so I have Matthew Smith finishing with 107 pitches. So now this is the bottom of the 8th, and they've got their 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters coming up. Tanner Beats. First one to him is outside for ball 1. Ross working from the far first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. So they definitely had their best hitter in this. Really, their 2 best hitters, in my opinion, coming up in this inning. That pitch is right over his head. And the count now is 2-1. In Truman and Bullard. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count now is 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Foul that back to the screen. Stays at 2-2. Cade Ross, just a sophomore. So you've got a sophomore battery right here. You got a sophomore throwing to a sophomore behind the plate. Here's the 2-2. This one is fouled off. Stays at 2-2. Beats making him work. This is going to be the 7th pitch coming up to Beats. Leading off in the bottom of the 8th in a 2-2 tie. Carthage definitely had their chances. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one, ground ball, weakly hit back to Ross. He feels it. A little soft overhand toss to first. And that's out number 1. And now here's Tate Truman coming up. Truman has reached on an error, fly to center, and struck out. Now, Truman, in my opinion, is not the hitter that Bullard is, but he's not bad. Now, tonight, reached on an error, fly to center, and struck out swinging. And again, about a week and a half ago, he had a game in which he had 3 doubles and 6 RBIs. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ross just going right after him with some high heat. Here's the 0-2. Missed outside. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Breaking ball low. 2-2. I was watching him in warm-ups. Looked to me like he was having some little bit of control issues with the breaking ball. 2-2 the count now on Truman. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. That should have been strike 3 right there. Wow. 3-2 count. Wow. 3-2 pitch. Inside, that almost hit him. It may have hit him. That's why the umpire trailed him going down the first baseline. So I'm not for sure whether that was ball 4 or hit by a pitch. It was one of the two. And now here's Bullard up with the winning run at first base and 1 out. He struck out looking in the first, struck out swinging, in the first, struck out swinging in the fourth, and then hit a bullet in the seventh right back up the middle for a base hit. Fouls that one off. Boy, this young man, he's scary at the plate, I'm telling you. Now, we've handled him pretty good in the 3 games. 0 for 3 in the first game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high. 1-1 the count now. But again, he has 5 home runs this year. None of them inside the park home runs. They're all over the wall. Preston way back deep. This one, hit like, that's a long one there. Preston going back, and it's off the wall. Preston having trouble to pick it up, and it's going to be second and third. That was off the wall on the fly. And I'm not for sure, I'm not for sure if what happened out there is it hit low on the wall. And I'm not for sure. Now remember, I told you Preston was back deep. Boy, he gave that one a long ride. And so that's a double. And now the winning run is at third with just 1 out. So Truman reaching it was either on a walk or being hit by a pitch. And then Bullard. Wow, I thought that one might be out of here. But I definitely heard it hit the wall, at the very bottom of the wall on the fly. And because Preston was back deep and it hit the bottom of the wall, I'm surprised that he didn't make the catch out there. But he didn't. So now the winning run is at third. They've got runners at second and third with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, and we bring the infield in. We've got to. That's the winning run at third base. They're going to try to bunt him in. I wouldn't be at all surprised at that. Again, because of the fact that they've had good results with the bunt in the 2 games this week. 3 in a row were successful in that 4-run rally on Tuesday night in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Well, remember that I said, going into this half inning right here, you'd have to feel that Kilgore had the momentum. In the top of this inning, we had a single, and our leadoff hitter thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. That just seemed to sort of turn the momentum their way, because that was a huge play there. And now they've got the winning run at third with 1 out. 0-1 count on the batter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is grounded foul. It's now 0-2. We obviously need a strikeout in the worst sort of way right here. Again, Edney has flied to center, singled and singled. So he's had 2 hits his last 2 times up. Ross looking down to Soap to get the sign. 0-2 pitch outside, way outside. When he's tried to go with the breaking ball, it has been it hasn't been successful here in this inning so far. Here's a stretch by Cade. Set at the belt to pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Edney out on strikes. That's 2 down now. Big strikeout by Cade Ross. And now we take the infield back. So this is Jordan Pierce up now. He struck out swinging, put out a sacrifice, and then singled. And I think his single was on the bunt, then the third baseline. Would he try that again right here? Outside and high, ball one. In other words, if he gets down a bunt and can beat it out, you know, that the winning run might score from. It'd be a play at the plate, perhaps. Our infield is back. This pitch is foul back and up onto the roof here at Driller Park. 1-1 the count now. We'll be at center on Tuesday night. Assuming there's no weather issues down there, they do have a grass field. And then at home next Friday night, senior night, in the final regular season game. Here's the stretch. The 1-1. High, 2-1. We're in the bottom of the eighth. Boy, this game, I tell you, the game Tuesday night went 3 hours. We've now played a little over 2.5 hours tonight. 2-1 the count now on Pierce. Winning run at third, 1 out. I mean, 2 outs. This pitch is popped up foul. And that one hits on the roof again. 2-2 the count now. It's the bottom of the eighth here at Driller Park in Kilgore. A 2-2 tie. Winning run at third base for Kilgore. 2-2 count on the batter. Okay, and Soap's going to go out and visit with Ross. Cade Ross, sophomore, coming in here in the bottom of the eighth to relieve Matthew Smith, who I had with 107 pitches. I had him at 107 through 7 innings. And I don't think I'm too far off on that. They don't keep the pitch count on the scoreboard here. It's an old scoreboard. All right, 2-2 count on the batter. 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth. Winning run at third base. The stretch by Ross. The 2-2. High, ball 3. And of course, you know, with that winning run at third, you gotta have a catcher behind the plate that can stop those pitches in the dirt. Carthage scoring the winning run Tuesday night on a wild pitch. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's outside, ball 4. He started to go for it, and so now the bases are loaded. And so now there's one extra way that Kilgore can win it, and that'd be on a bases-loaded walk. Hendrickson up now. He has grounded a short, fly to left, and then had an RBI. On a sacrifice fly, and here comes Jason Causey out to the mound. We're going to take a 30-second break. 30 seconds. We'll be back.
This is a hamburger.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and now it's an all-time favorite.
You can't beat it. It's hot, it's fresh. I love this burger. It's just perfect.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite. 2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon.
You asked for it, and it's back. The sweet and spicy bacon burger is now an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
Well, let's hope there's a 9th inning. 9th inning would mean that we get out of this jam here. Ball game on the line right here. There's no doubt about it. And I'm glad Ross is going to be working from the stretch with the runner on third, because remember when Spring Hill stole home on us in Carthage with a runner on third and Davenport working from the windup. 2 outs, bases loaded. In other words, the winning run in a 2-2 tie, the winning run is at third base with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Hendrickson. Outside and high, ball 1. Added pressure on Ross here. He's got to throw strikes or the game will be over. 1-0 the count. I know his grandfather for sure is here. I'm guessing Josh's dad is also. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. That was a breaking ball, and it was way off the plate. Nice save there by Brooks Soap. So the pressure mounting on Cade Ross. I tell you what, if I was Kilgore, I'd make him throw 3 strikes. I don't know if, I'd make him do that if I was Kilgore. 2-0 on the batter. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike right there. There's one of them. And that was right down the middle. He must have been taking that one. Two and one on the count. 2-1 on the batter now. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bases loaded. Winning run at third base for Kilgore with 2 down. Here's a 2-1. Ball 3. That didn't miss by much. Wow. That one right there has been called a strike before. I promise you. No doubt about it. 3-1 on Hendrickson. Bullard, the runner at second, doing jumping jacks. Here's a 3-1. Strike 2 call. Well, here we go. It's come down to the last pitch. This is going to decide it one way or the other as far as going to the 9th. Probably could be fouled off. Or if it's out of the strike zone, Kilgore wins it. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch coming up. Bases loaded. Here's a 3-2 pitch. This one grounded down to the first baseline, and it's a foul ball. Grounded down toward first base, but foul ball. So we'll do it over again. If you just joined us, Carthage had some great scoring opportunities that we did not capitalize on. The biggest one in the 4th inning, the bases loaded, nobody out, didn't score. The 5th inning, bases loaded, 2 outs and didn't score. Scored 2 in the 6th on a 2 RBI single by, here's a 3-2 pitch. This one popped up foul. I think that was ball 4 right there. We got a break there. I think that would have been called ball 4. Oh my, isn't that something? We scored 2 runs on a 2 RBI single by Sam Watson. And then Kilgore came back and scored 2 in the 7th. And here we are in the bottom of the 8th. Winning run at third, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the stretch, the 3-2 pitch. This one hit down to the first baseman. Moore has it. Going to run over and tag the bag, and we go to the 9th. Wow. Hendrickson grounds out 3 unassisted, and we go to the 9th inning. And let's see who'll be coming up for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Davenport, Moore, and Preston in the 9th. Let's see if we have a new pitcher for Kilgore. Remember, I had House with 107 pitches through the first 8 innings. All right, so for Kilgore, no runs there. On 1 hit, that was the double by Bullard. No Bulldog errors. And 3 runners left on base. A lot of runners left on base in this game. 8 by Kilgore and 12 by Carthage. We'll go to the 9th after this 60-second break. A new pitcher, we'll tell you about him when we come back. 60 seconds.
If your oil and gas operations needs the best in flowback services, you need Razor Services, Inc. out of Gary, Texas. You can trust the experienced teams at Razor Services, Inc. for all your flowback removal services. Just call co-owners Blake Young at 903-692-2535 or Brian Scott at 936-572-0724, whose teams are on the cutting edge of flowback services. Razor Services, Inc., Gary, Texas.
you're looking for a great way to grow your savings in 2024, look to East Texas Professional Credit Union. They have a variety of plans and specials that can help you reach your goals. Just stop by any of the 21 locations of East Texas Professional Credit Union for all the details. Watch your money grow with East Texas Professional Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
All right, Tanner Beats, as I anticipated, is going to relieve House. I had House with 107 pitches, so he really could have pitched to one more batter, but usually managers, when they get that close, just go ahead and come in with a reliever to start the inning. So it'll be it'll be Beats to face Davenport. The pitch is in there for a strike. It's Beats, Moore, and Preston, and boy, the umpire's hearing more and more chirping from the fans. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss, strike two. They thought that first pitch was high to Davenport. Davenport is fly to center, grounded to third, fly to left, struck out looking. So he's 0 for 4. Wow. Tough night for Dillon. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. Fell back. So it stays 0-2. Let's go, Dillon. You're due. It's the top of the ninth. 2-2 tie. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Foul back again. Tanner Beats, and House incidentally went to, he's now at shortstop. Beats was the second baseman. So this will be the fifth pitch to Davenport. Cade Moore up next, and then Cale Preston. Again, Spring Hill has been defeated tonight. Here's the windup and the 0-2 to Davenport. Outside, 1-2. Spring Hill losing to Henderson, 3-2. So if Carthage could win this game, they would be tied for the district lead. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. I told you I was going to mention who we might be playing. Well, there's three very good teams, pretty good teams in District 18 4A. That's Hudson, Palestine, and Bullard. Hudson is 7-1 right now. Palestine and Bullard are both 6-2. And then you drop off to Madisonville, 3-5. They only have 2 games left in their district. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. So Dillon fell behind 0-2, and now he's taking it full at 3-2. So Hudson, Palestine, and Bullard, those 3 teams are in the playoffs for sure in District 18 4A. And that's going to be the top 3 teams. We don't know which order for sure. But we would be playing one of those 3 unless we are the number 1 seed. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one popped up foul, out of play. If you're the number 1 seed, then you get the number 4 seed from the other district. And that's Madisonville right now at 3-5. Rusk and Jacksonville are 1-7. So our second and third place teams are going to face some good competition in the opening round. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. So 1 out now, and Cade Moore the batter. All right, here's the first pitch to Cade. This one Fly to center field. Center fielder going back. He's waiting on it now and makes the one-handed catch for out number 2. And this brings up now Cale Preston. Cale has lined to center, walked, reached on an error, and singled. So he's put the bat on the ball every time up. Pitch is low for ball 1. He has a good eye at the plate. Top of the 9th, 2 outs, nobody on for the Bulldogs. This one is lined to left. Left fielder coming on. Oh, and it gets by him. Here's Preston rounding first, headed to second. He's going to try for third. No, he's going to hold up. That was a wise move right there. Left fielder came in and could not make the play on that one. And I'm going to give him a double. Some might say that would be an error on the left fielder. So now we have the go-ahead run at second base with 2 down for Ty Chambers. Ty's got a chance to be the hero right here. He is singled, popped to second, and grounded to short. So he is 2 for 4. So Preston with a 2-out double. Beats working from the stretch. The pitch, this one, grounded on the right side. First baseman has it, and he's going to take it himself and tag the bag. And so on the first pitch, Chambers grounds out 3 unassisted, and that ends the top half of the 9th inning. So no runs, a hit for the Bulldogs, no errors, and 1 more left. We've left 13 runners on in 9 innings. 13, count them. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th, and it will be Cade Ross out there on the mound for 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Kilgore Bulldogs in a 2-2 tie. Back after this 60-second break.
Check off your to-do list.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
Bottom of the 9th here at Kilgore, and for the Kilgore Bulldogs, it's going to be Colton Hale leading off. He's the 8-hole hitter. There's a pitch from Ross, a strike. He has grounded to second, struck out swinging, and reached on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball way outside. 1-1 the count now. And my scorebook only has slots for 9 innings. So therefore, I'm not for sure what I'm going to do. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Oh, and that draws a response from the Kilgore fans. They thought that was low. 1-2 the count on Hale. Here's the 1-2. Way outside. Now, it was just a couple of weeks ago that Cade Ross, threw a no-hitter at Gilmer. It was a 5-inning ball game, and he came very close to having a perfect game. The leadoff batter, here's the 2-2 pitch outside, and that was ball 4 right there. So he walked him on a 3-2 pitch. So now the winning run is at first again here with nobody out, and you can bet your bottom dollar a bunt's coming up here. Yeah, he threw a no-hitter. The first batter in the 5th inning was hit by a pitch. That's the official thing, but it did not actually hit the body. It just sort of grazed his jersey. He gets the bunt down. Ross going to go to first with it. That's the wise play right there. And so now they've got the winning run at second. I tell you what, they know how to get the bunt down. There's no doubt about that. So you've got the winning run at second now with 1 out, and Todd House, the leadoff hitter, up. Cade Ross working his 2nd inning of work here. Remember, he came in relief Tuesday night, too. Got the win in that one. But to get the win here, he's going to have to send us to the 10th inning. That pitch is high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. Soap had to come up out of his crouch to make sure that one didn't go back to the screen. Two and 0 the count now. 2-0 on House with the winning run at second for Kilgore here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out. High, ball 3. Now you don't want to, you don't want to intentionally. You don't want to walk this guy to create a force out at second and a force out at third, because that's just getting you closer and closer to Bullard being up. Here's the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. 3-1 the count now. And we near the 3-hour mark again in this ball game. We played 3 hours, maybe a little over that on Tuesday night. And we're getting close to it here in this one. Here's the 3-1. Inside ball 4. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. And this is Tanner Beats now. Started at second base, and he came in to relieve House. So he's now the pitcher for Kilgore. So first and second now for Kilgore. Of course, the runner at first really doesn't mean anything. It's the runner at second that's the winning run. We're in the bottom of the 9th in a 2-2 tie. Again, an all sophomore battery for Carthage. Sophomore pitcher, sophomore catcher. Here's the pitch outside, 1-0 to Beats. Winning run at second in the bottom of the 9th for Kilgore, 1 out. And the 2-hole hitter up with a count of 1-0 on him. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike. Cade working from the stretch. Here's the 1-1. This one popped up foul and down the right field line. Out of play. 1-2 the count now. Defense for the Bulldogs. Brooks Soap behind the plate. Carson Crawford at third. Dylan Davenport at short. Maddox Martinez at second. Cade Moore at first. Kel Preston in left. Ty Chambers in center. Caden Ritter in right. Ross working from the stretch. The 1-2. Outside. 2-2 the count. Way outside. I'm going to guess 5 feet. At least 4. I'll put it that way. At least 4 feet outside. What a stop there by Soap. Heck of a catcher, I tell you, and he's only a sophomore. Here's the stretch by Cade, the 2-2. This one grounded down to the third baseline. It's a foul ball. Foul ball. Not foul by much. So the count stays at 2-2. He stepped on the bag and threw to first just in case it was called fair. Talking to the Kilgore head coach about it, I think Carson Crawford, our third baseman, thought it might have been fair. You know, it was very close. Call was made by the home plate ump. Here's a 2-2. This one hit to the shortstop. Could be 2. Second for 1. Throw to first. Safe at first. They got the out at second. But I believe it was dropped over there by Moore. It was a low throw, and I believe he couldn't come up with it. So the runner at second goes to third. So we get the force out at second for the second out of the inning. Beats is on first with a fielder's choice. So now they've got first and third with 2 outs. And the batter's going to be Tate Truman. Bullard is on deck. In my opinion, we sure don't want him up here with the bases loaded here. First and third, the winning run at third base for Kilgore in the bottom of the 9th. With 2 outs. Truman the batter. Way outside. 1-0 the count. Okay, Cade Ross from the stretch, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. That may have been ball 2 right there. That looked low to me. So I think Truman helped us out. 1-1 the count now. Bottom of the 9th. And we've just passed the 3-hour mark in this ball game. 2 3-hour games this week against this bunch. Here's the 1-1 pitch outside. There goes the runner from first. He didn't mean a thing. He steals second. Actually, you could call that indifference there. So now the count is 2-1 on Truman. Again, the winning run at third for Kilgore in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs and a 2-1 count on the 3-hole hitter, Tate Truman. He has reached on an error, fly to center, struck out swinging, and hit by a pitch. Here's the 2-1. Outside, nice stop by Soap. And it's a 3-1 count now. And oh my gosh, one more out of the zone, and he's got to face Bullard. I don't want that to happen. Bullard hit the wall with his last at bat. That pitch is high. Bullard, here comes Bullard. That was high, ball 4. And so now Bullard coming up. Bullard has struck out swinging, singled and doubled off the wall in left field. And now here comes Jason Causey out for a conference on the mound. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back.
The city of Carthage, county seat.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
And so we're going to take a 60-second. I tell you, let's take a 90-second break. 90 seconds. Start it right now. We'll have a pitching change. We'll tell you who it is after this 90-second break.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the...
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked #1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website pinergy.com or call. Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
Pitcher is Ty Chambers, and I don't know how many warm-ups he got. I think maybe it's either 6 or 8. And they were all out of the zone, and some of them way out of the zone. This is what a situation for him. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and the bases are loaded for Kilgore. So forget the runner at first and the runner at second. The guy that's the key one is the winning run at third base. And I guarantee you, Bullard will not be bunting. The last time up, he hit one against the wall in left center field on the fly for a double. Wow. Chambers to face their top hitter. 5 home runs for the year. Here's a pitch. Low for ball 1. Big challenge here for Ty Chambers. Here's the stretch by Ty, the 1-0. Oh, and he went after one there. Way out. He went after a pitch that was outside by a couple of feet and missed it. Boy, Bullard helped us out there. That was definitely ball 2. No way that would have been called a strike. So now it's a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hit to center field. Center fielder going back. He's there. Makes the catch. We go to the 10th inning. Wow. Bullard flies out to center to end it here in the bottom of the 9th. And so now we go to the 10th inning in a 2-2 tie. So no runs for Kilgore. No hits. We walked 3 batters in that inning. No hits. No errors by the Bulldogs, and 3 left on. So now in the first 9 innings, Kilgore has stranded 9. Carthage has stranded 13. All right, we go to the 10th in a 2-2 tie here at Driller Park. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and The Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage.
10th inning. And it's going to be Carson Crawford leading off for the Bulldogs against Tanner Beats. Yeah, we played 3 hours on Tuesday night. Carthage winning in 8 innings, 6-5. Now we've played 3 hours and 10 minutes here on Friday night. This is hit back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Actually, the second baseman stops it, but the throw is late. I thought that was going to make it all the way to center field, but the second baseman going to his right stopped it and turned and made a quick throw to first, but not in time to get Crawford. And so now the Bulldogs had the go-ahead run at first with no outs for Maddox Martinez. Before that, Carson Crawford had struck out swinging, flied to left, popped to short. So he was 0 for 4 before that base hit. You would think Martinez is going to be bunting here. Squares around, gets the bunt down. Good bunt. Pitcher up with it, throws to first in time. Throw to second, and Crawford is back in there. It's a good thing he was standing right there on the bag, because it was a great throw there by Bullard. So a sacrifice by Martinez. That's the first out of the inning. And now that brings Caden Ritter to the plate. Ritter has grounded out to second, flied to right, doubled and scored a run, and then struck out swinging. High pitch, 1-0. Again, the Bulldogs, if they can find a way to win this ball game, will move into a tie for first place in the district. Henderson beating Spring Hill tonight 3-2. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 the count. We're in the top of the 10th in a 2-2 tie. Carthage picked up their 2 runs in the 6th. Kilgore tied it up in their last at-bat in the 7th. Here's the 2-0. This one popped up. Get out of play. And it's going to be in the dugout. And so that's going to be strike 1. Two and 1 the count now. 65 degrees in Carthage. Here's the stretch and the 2-1. Swing and a miss. That was a high fastball. I think that was ball 3 right there. But he went after it. 2-2 count now on Ritter. So the go-ahead run is at second base for the Bulldogs in the top of the 10th with 1 out and a 2-2 count on our 9-hole hitter, Caden Ritter. Here's a stretch by Beats. He looks back at second a couple of times at Crawford. Here's the 2-2. Just outside and high, ball 3. Kilgore fans wanted strike 3 there. It was close. Three-two count on Ritter. Top of the 10th. Go ahead, run it second for the Bulldogs. 1 out. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that may have been ball 4 right there. I kind of think it was. But, you know, you don't have much time to think about it up there. And he could see it was coming over the plate. I think that would have been ball 4. But he fouled it back. Beats now going to bring another 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Ball 4. Wow, that was close. Oh, my. Wow. I wouldn't have been surprised at all if he'd have called him out on that. So now runners at first and second with only 1 out. And here's Sam Watson. Watson up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's up for the 6th time. He's grounded to short, grounded back to the mound, singled. 2 RBI single, then a walk. So the last 3 times up, he's been on every time. 2 hits and a walk and 2 RBIs. This pitch is hit down the left field line. It's going to be down for a base hit. Down for a base hit. The runner on second's rounding third. He's headed to the plate, and he's going to score, and the Dogs lead it by a score of 3-2. Wow. Sam Watson again. Sam Watson with a big hit there. And that's his 3rd RBI of the night. The runner on first. So scoring was Crawford from second base. Ritter stops at second. And so we've still got the inning going here. So Carthage has taken a 3-2 lead in the top of the 10th. And the batter now is Brooks Soap. Let's go, Brooks. Pitch is high for ball 1. Let's see what Brooks has done. He's singled, struck out looking, put out a sacrifice bunt, singled, and lined to left. So he is 2 for 4 and a sacrifice. I tell you what, he plays with a lot of emotion. There's no doubt about that. Brooks Soap. Here's the 1-1. This one hit to right field. Right fielder going back. He's there and makes a diving catch. Here's the tag at second, and our runner will come to third, and he's going to be held up at third base. The right fielder went back. Boy, Soap gave that one a good ride. Hit that to deep right field. The right fielder went back, and as he caught it, he made a diving catch, fell to the turf. Tagging at second was Ritter, going to third. And Watson stayed on first. So Soap lines out to right, deep right field. And now here's Davenport, who's really had a tough night. He is flied to center, grounded to third, flied to left, struck out looking, struck out swinging. He is 0 for 5. Let's go, Dylan. Boy, we need another run here. There's a strike. 0-1 the count on Davenport now. Again, he is 0 for 5 in the ball game. Boy, how about a bunt down the third baseline? Third baseman playing way back. That'd be sort of a surprise move. I don't know how good a bunter he is. I'm not for sure on that. Here's the 0-1. This one lined to center. Center fielder is there and makes a one-handed grab for out number 3. So Davenport lines to center, and the Bulldogs now with 1 run here in this 10th inning on 2 hits. The big blow was the RBI single by Sam Watson. 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We've now left 15 batters on in 10 innings of play. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 10th. Ty Chambers out there going to try to wrap it up here for the Bulldogs. Carthage 3, Kilgore 2 in the bottom of the 10th. We'll have it for you after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
They would win it before he comes up because he'd be the 9th batter. First pitch to Edney is a strike. Second one is low for 1-1. So it's going to be Edney, Pierce, and Hendrickson here in the bottom of the 10th for Kilgore, with Carthage leading at 3-2. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. And the count now is 1-2. 1-2 on Edney. Carthage leading at 3-2 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Glad you could, that you've been with us for this entire thing. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Got him. Swing and a miss, and he is out. Edney out on strikes, swinging, went down swinging. A wicked breaking ball there from Ty Chambers. This is the first time that these particular batters have seen Chambers. I can tell you, we have, Coach Causey has said this many times in this season. Here's the pitch, and that one looked really good there, but called a ball. Pierce, the batter, he has struck out swinging, put on a sacrifice, singled, and then walked. Here's the windup, the 1-0, outside and low, 2-0. He tends to work in a hurry, and he's falling behind in a hurry. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. All right, so they've got the tying run at first now with 1 out. as Pierce singles to center. And this is Joseph Hendrickson now coming up. Hendrickson has grounded a short, fly to left, had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the 7th inning, and then grounded out 3 unassisted to end the 7th. To end the 8th, pardon me. That pitch is low for ball 1. So the tie, we're in the bottom of the 10th. Carthage leading 3-2. Tying run at first base, 1 out, and a 1-0 count on Hendrickson. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one fouled out of play, 1-1. Again, if you've just joined us, in a game that was completed well over an hour ago, hour and a half ago, Henderson knocked off Spring Hill 3-2. Here's the 1-1. This one fouled out of play, and it counts 1-2. What that means is that if Carthage can hold on here, they will have tied Spring Hill for first place in the district. Now, that doesn't mean we'd be ahead of them. We'd be tied with them. Here's the 1-2. Inside, nice stop by Soap to keep that one from going back to the screen and the runner from going to second. 2-2 count now on Hendrickson. Here's the 2-2. Low ball 3. Snapped over the first, and he's back in there. Soap deciding to throw behind the runner there. 3-2 count now on Hendrickson. In the bottom of the 10th, tying run at first base with 1 out. Here's the 3-2, outside and high, ball 4. I think that's ball 4. Hendrickson was going to stay at the plate. So now runners at first and second. The tying run is at second base with 1 out instead of being at first. And this is Colton Hale coming up. He has grounded a second, struck out swinging, had an RBI on reaching on a fielder's choice, and then walked. And now here comes Coach Causey out again. Will we be seeing the 4th pitcher of the night for the Bulldogs? Okay, let's take a 30-second break.
How's air conditioning and electrical?
Is Spider-Man there?
Well, I don't know where you can find.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from
No pitching change. Chambers is still out there. This is the 8-hole hitter, Colton Hale, coming up now. Again, the situation, we're in the bottom of the 10th. Carthage with a run in the top half of this inning on an RBI. Single by Sam Watson. Carthage leading it now 3-2. Watson has driven in all 3 Carthage runs in the ball game. What a night for him. Bottom of the 10th, Carthage up 3-2, tying run at second base. This pitch is fouled off. And the batter here now is Colton Hale. This is the 8-hole hitter. Tying run at second. There are runners at first and second. So in other words, there's a force out at any base except home. Force out at second and third. Here's the 0-1. Low, 1-1 the count. A double play here would end it. Here's the pitch. And he gets the butt down. Throw's going to be to first. That's the second out of the inning, but the runners move up. So Hale, boy, I tell you what, I've really been impressed this week with the execution of Kilgore on offense and putting down the bunt. So that goes 1-3 for out number 2. And so now the tying run is at third. The winning run is at second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. Strike one call. This is Kason Brooks. 9-hole hitter. Let's get this guy. Don't go to the top of the order. Here's the 0-1. This one. Ground ball to first. This could do it. He has it. Stepped in the bag. Dogs win. Dogs win. Oh, my gosh. A ground ball to first base. Cade Ward got it, stepped on the bag, and the Dogs have won it here. How about that? They've won it in 10 innings. Boy, there were some times in this ball game when I didn't think this was going to happen, but the Bulldogs win it. No runs for Kilgore in this inning. 1 hit, no errors, and they left 2 more runners on base. Carthage wins it 3-2 in 10 innings. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this 2-minute break.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located 1 block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
Friday night at historic Driller Park in Kilgore, the Carthage Bulldogs and the Kilgore Bulldogs, the number 2 and 3 seeds in the district coming into the contest, got together for their 3rd and final game of this season, and this was a classic. The Bulldogs took the lead in the 6th inning. It was a scoreless tie until the 6th inning, and Sam Watson with a 2 RBI single gave the Bulldogs a 2-0 advantage. But Kilgore, just as they did on Tuesday night back in Carthage, they came back from a deficit and they tied it up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And so it was 2-2 going to extra innings. Neither team scored in the 8th or the 9th. And in the 10th inning, an RBI single by Sam Watson. That's right, Watson drove in all 3 of the Carthage runs tonight. An RBI single gave the Bulldogs a 3-2 lead. And Ty Chambers, who came in relief back in the 9th inning, Chambers picks up the victory as he shuts down Kilgore in the bottom of the 10th, and Carthage wins it by a score of 3-2 in 10 innings. Again, the winning run for Carthage scoring in the 10th inning on that RBI single by Sam Watson. So for the Kilgore Bulldogs, let's give you the totals. They had 2 runs on 6 hits. They committed 1 error, and they stranded 13 runners. Kilgore is now 16-9-1 for the season, and they are 8-5 in District 17 4A, and they will now be the number 1 seed in District 17 4A. That has been decided tonight in this ball game. For the Carthage Bulldogs, they had 3 runs on 13 hits, 1 error, and they left 15 runners on base. The Bulldogs now have a season record of 17 wins, 8 losses, and 2 ties, and they now are 11-2 in District 17 4A. And we learned tonight, well before this ball game was completed, because this game went 3.5 hours, we learned tonight that Henderson knocked off Spring Hill on Friday night 3-2. So now the Bulldogs are tied with Spring Hill for the first place in District 17 4A with a district record of 11-2. So once again, Carthage for the season now 17 wins, 8 losses, and 2 ties, and they are 11-2 in district play and tied with Spring Hill for the top spot. So once again, the Bulldogs win it in 10 innings. The final, Carthage 3 and Kilgore 2. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. I want to thank Josh back at the station for his work, and Brenton Fensom here at Driller Park for giving you the video so that you could watch this one, as 2 next extra inning ball games this week between these 2 teams. Carthage wins 6-5 on Tuesday night at Bulldog Park, and 3-2, and that one went 8 innings on Tuesday night, and then 3-2 in 10 innings here tonight at Driller. Once again, the final score from Driller Park in Kilgore on Friday night: the Carthage Bulldogs 3 and the Kilgore Bulldogs 2. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen.